Good evening, everyone. My project is on the access to healthcare in the penal system. Healthcare has always been a subject of debate. It always has been hard to obtain, whether you are an incarcerated male, female, an elderly, a young person, black or white, for any race, for any culture, for any gender, it has always been something which is hard to achieve. This report will specifically be looking at healthcare in the penal system for pregnant inmates. While looking and shedding light on different points, we will be focusing on mental and physical effects that happen because of pregnancy in the prison system and how it affects the mother and the baby. My first topic is what happens when pregnant and in prison. When looking specifically at pregnant females, you already know that it's required for extra care that so the baby can have its nutrients and it's born without any deformities or development issues. When in prison, there are lots of process that needs to take place. There is the the help and medicine that is given to the mother during her term of pregnancy, what process it goes through birth. She goes through when having the baby, postpartum, what medications are given, what birth controls women have access to, what medicine do the mom need to recover after birth, because some people after birth have issues on how the baby was delivered, whether it was a C-section or a natural birth, and accepting contraception. There has been many research and evidence shown that when after a mother gets pregnant, gives birth in the prison system, she is immediately separated from her baby, which can cause many issues down the line for the mother and the child. In some cases, jails have been trying to enforce or put in more nurseries because of because with jails that don't have nurseries, the mother only have two options, as in to find a relative that the baby can stay with while the mother is locked up, or to put the child in child protective services. Which each of those options comes with its own risk. When letting your child stay with a relative, you don't know how that relative may treat your child. You don't know if any other things may happen to your child. Same thing goes for child protective services. My second topic is access to nurseries. Many jails do not have nurseries or have the facility to keep the baby after birth. So the time that the mother spends with the baby are very short. In some cases, the mother can doesn't have any relative to give the baby to and has to just give the baby to CPS, which is Child Protective Services, which in the end causes its own issues because having taking your child into child protective services creates a little insecurities for the child when they grow up. There creates more issues, more times that the child acts out, and it ends up repeating itself that the child ends up going into prison, having difficulty with the law, having difficulty with authority, and it repeats itself. When some jails have nurseries, it creates a more stable, more a better way for the child to develop, have access to human contact, be able to grow with his mom. It also not only does having nurseries help the baby, but it also helps the mother. Mothers tend to be more caring after birth, more willing to have rehabilitation, be a better with authority, just so she can handle her baby and have more time with her baby. For those who do not have nurseries, there are mothers who act out, get more aggressive, go into a depression state. Some even commit suicide, which is very detrimental for the baby once the baby grows up and doesn't know who their mother is. There are also cases where some facilities did not have enough money to build nurseries or even have storage for breast milk, causes which is the reason why the baby cannot stay with the mother. Um, my third topic is consequences of what happens if the baby's not with the mother. The baby needs breast milk to develop right. Without breast milk, the baby could have its own development issues, own issues of communicating, either having social anxiety, depression, other illnesses that being in contact with a mother or a parent figure helps to decrease. I would like to thank McKinley Tech staff, my mentor, um, Mr. Schuster.